It's Andy Little. Can he finish the game here? Little. This could seal it. Plays it himself. It's to Ellington. And Ellington makes it 2. The goal he's been wanting all afternoon. It's finally arrived. Nathan Ellington seals the 3 points. Wigan maintain their top spot and now have their 8th consecutive league victory. Well blocked by Jackson. Teal away from one challenge, now he can turn on the gas. Michael Brough looking to get back at him, but Teal has carried it a long way. Puts the ball in looking for Ellington. Ellington inside the area! Oh, he's put it wide! And he's done all the hard work by controlling a difficult ball, and his side foot shot scrapes the post. He's behind the ball. This is Tommy Dinning. Dinning plays it square to Paul Mitchell, who's encouraged to have a shot. He plays it to McCulloch. McCulloch will go for goal. Good effort! Fantastic save! Wonderful save from Maldenhall in the goal. As Lee McCulloch looks to curl it into the top corner. Great build-up from the Latics once more. And once more the goalkeeper makes a fine save. Can Mitchell get a ball into the box? He plays it square to Tommy Dinning. Akers are in for Dinning. Dinning somewhat doesn't get hold of the shot. It'll fall nicely to Teal. Not scanning very deep. Into the far post for Jackson. Keeper saves again. Once more it's palmed over the crossbar. Matt Jackson with a free header. Had all the goal to aim at. And somehow managed to pick out the right palm of Stephen Maldenhall. Out for another corner kick. Eden's clearance. Mitchell's header forward. Ellington will battle it. Dinning through for Andy Little, who's onside. Andy Little here with a chance. Can he finish? He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. It's Little. Slides it past and somehow it's cleared. And it goes out for a throw-in. 2 Wigan players on this near side. One of them is Ellington. He gets possession of it now. He's looking to run Duncan Jupp. Jupp has put his players under pressure. Ellington inside the box. Can Ellington finish it? He must do. It's the post. And then eventually put it at the back of the net. And it's Tony Dinning. And once more the Latics strike. Right on the half-time mark. They've made it a trademark this season. It's no more than they deserve. Nathan Ellington saw his shot come back off the post. And it looks as if the chance had gone until Tony Dinning unmarked side-puts it gleefully into the back of the net. And the Latics are eventually in front.
So Nathan Ellington just has to take a breather until the ball's back in play. Teal to put it into the far post, looking for DeVos. DeVos gets head to it, and this time it goes in. Chase DeVos, who's always a threat from the set pieces, climbed the highest on the far post, and gleefully heads home the second. Here's Nick Eden. Teal. Cross it goes to Matt Jackson. Jackson to Ellington. Ellington turning away. This is McCulloch. It may fall here to Andy Little. Little with a shot. Oh, a fantastic finish. Andy Little on the score sheet. A really fantastic strike from the Latics striker. Back into first team action here this afternoon, and on the score sheet with Wigan's third. And Latics now cruising 3-0 in front. Plays it square to Kevin Nicholson. Eludes the challenge of Teal. Does really well there, Nicholson. Now this is Mark Stallard. Jeff Whitley has made a run down the line. Again looks offside, nothing given. Stallard with a shot, good effort, and it's in! And Mark Stallard has scored right at the death with a fantastic goal. The contested clean sheets comes to an end. That'll be the most disappointing.
Notts County early on in the season here at the JJB, and we were winning 3-0 and cruising it. And, you know, they've come up the park and scored a wonder goal in the top corner, and we walked off the pitch as though we'd lost, because that's just the determination we have to keep clean sheets in the team. And you know, that's first and foremost what we want to do as defenders out there. And it does hurt us very much if we concede goals, and that's certainly evident by the defensive record we have this season.
contenders for Team of the Season. They've now won 10 successive league games and their unbeaten sequence stretches to 20 league games, a fantastic record. And nobody was more determined than Nathan Ellington to make his mark at Ashton Gate. Ellington joined Wigan last February from Bristol Rovers, but try as he might, he couldn't make the breakthrough. A slip by Tommy Docherty gave Tony Dinning the chance to set up Ellington for a second time. Bristol City were hanging on, but only just. Paul Jewell has done a terrific job at Wigan, yet for Danny Wilson there remains the nagging worry that Bristol City could just falter again in the second half of the season. Wilson wasn't unhappy with his team showing against Wigan, and they did have their chances. Matt Hill shooting wide. Then just after half-time, Wigan took the lead. A superbly struck free kick by Peter Kennedy, his first goal since joining Wigan from Watford at the start of last season. The Scottish coach Bertie Vokes was at the game, doubtless checking on Bristol City's top scorer Scott Murray. On this occasion, Murray was unable to add to his total of 18 goals for the season, but it still needed a fine save by John Filan to keep him out.
Yeah, it's a difficult place to go and play. You know, great atmosphere, very good home support there for them, and you know, a good band of travelling supporters for us. It was certainly nice to celebrate at the end of a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, obviously it's a very difficult place to go, and the lads done themselves proud, come away with a victory, and I think it's fair to say it's well deserved really. Once again worked tremendously hard and scored the goal from a set play.
I thought the Bristol City game, when we beat them 1-0, I thought that actually put them out of touch with us. I mean, it didn't mathematically, but I think we were 13 points clear after that. You know, excuse me, if they'd have beaten us, you know, obviously they'd fancy the chances of catching us. So that was a big game.
Barry with the clip ball forward, and they should have time to clear, and does just that. Back into the box. Here's McLeish, onside, goal opportunity for Colchester. Good save from John Filan. Kennedy then scrambles it clear. Teal with the corner for Wigan. DeVos on the far post. DeVos! Great header from the Wigan skipper. Rose ahead of two Colchester defenders and gleefully puts it in the back of the net. Throws it forward into the box. McLeish with a challenge. Falls to Stockwell. Good effort. Finally had to be on his guard. Ellington into McCulloch. McCulloch driving forward from Venice. Falls here to Andy Little. Is it with a challenge? Falls to Ellington. Just past the post. Nicky in possession for the Latics. His ball into the box. Finds Little. Little. Oh, fantastic save from Brown. Tipped onto the post. It's Kennedy to take this outswinging corner from the Latics. To the far post. There's DeVos again. Almost made it two. Teal, free kick into the box. Punched clear by Brown. That's a penalty. The referee points to the spot. Possibly a bit of shirt tugging inside the penalty areas. One or two of the Colchester defenders come over to remonstrate with the ref. So Andy Little with a golden opportunity here to make it 2-0 to Latics. Shimmies and into the top corner. No problem for Andy Little. Calmness personified from the Latics striker. He makes it 2-0. McLeish challenging with Eden. McLeish's ball through the centre. Got an opportunity through the centre for the substitute. Rounds Kennedy. Filan out to meet him. He's gone down with the challenge in the box, and the referee has pointed to the spot. A controversial decision here at the JJB. John Filan went to ground as the Colchester striker was trying to go around him. He then hit the deck. Peter Kennedy was doing his utmost to get back at him. John Filan, as we said, went to ground. And the referee has awarded a highly controversial spot kick here now. The decision for Filan, oh, it's only yellow. Keith steps up. Filan got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out. The power was too strong. And Joe Keith throws Colchester a lifeline.
we got beat at Swindon, you know, again, people of Wigan at Mansfield, that's a bit of a banana skin, because they were having a bit of a run at the time, and it really was a horrible night, blowing a gale. You know, I don't know what I told you, but I did say to the players before the game, you know, this is what championships are all about. You have to come here when it's you know, nitty gritty and it's really windy and it's a horrible night. And I thought it was a first half, it was superb. We could have been 4 or 5 up, and yeah, you know, that was a big game, especially after us getting beat on a Saturday at Swindon. You know, people were starting to look, say, they're going to have a wobble, but it was a convincing performance away from home.
Yeah, I mean, it was a horrible night. The conditions were very poor. It was very windy, and the rain was lashing down. And you know, it was one of those nights where you know, it was always going to be a banana skin of a game, because they were fighting for their lives at the wrong end of the table, and everyone expected us to go in there and cruise the game. But the gaffer said to us before the game, look, lads, you know, this is where you win championships. The games like this, the nitty-gritty games, we've got to grind out victories. It doesn't have to be pretty, but you've got to go out there and get 3 points. And that's what we did, to be fair, on the night. I thought we were outstanding. We really applied ourselves to the job at hand, and you know, as the gaffer said, it doesn't have to be pretty, and it wasn't at times, but it was very effective, and we came away with the right result.
The JDB Stadium once more is the setting as Latics Lutes continue their surge up the second division table, and today they take on bottom of the table Cheltenham Town in this Nationwide League Division 2 game. Here's Gary Teal again, good early cross, looking for Ellington. Ellington's header, fantastic save.
Plays it short to Andy Little. Little checks, looks for Gary Teal, that's a fine pass. Teal now, one-on-one. He hits the byline, gets the cross in, deep to the near post, looks for Little. Buller trying to get the pressure on Dinning with a shot, well blocked. Also, Kennedy in strongly. Ellington, back to Kennedy. Kennedy does well to find Teal. Can Teal deliver this time? Put it to bad ball for Ellington, great save! Little on the turn, fantastic save again. Still goalless. Pressure relentless on this Cheltenham defence. Teal delivers. This time looking for Jason DeVos. DeVos, maybe Ellington, maybe Dinning. Surely it's gone in. There's appeals for it, and it's scrambled off the line.
Yeah, we're really disappointed, to be honest. It was pretty much one-way traffic in the second half, and you know, credit to them, they defended well. Their keeper made some really good saves to keep them in the game. They shut down a lot of our play, and you know, under difficult conditions out there, the pitch was in pretty bad shape. But you know, it made it pretty difficult for us to get in behind them and get any good scoring opportunities. And then, you know, when we did, their keeper was there to make the saves for them. So you know, they were full value for their point.
Latics lead in midweek was cut down to 11 points following the results of both Crewe Alexandra and Cardiff. It's still a healthy lead at the top, and there's a first opportunity here for Lee McCulloch down the left-hand side. 2 in the box. Let's roll back to Peter Kennedy. Kennedy puts it in first time, looking for Little. He may fall for Little at the second instant. He's looking to lay it off, and in the end he's laid off to no one, and Blackpool can bring it away. But a good interception by Nicky Eden. Eden fires towards goal. Made ball to Andy Little. Little spuns it in. Inside the opening minute, Andy Little on the score sheet, and we can go in front. The dream start to this Lancashire derby for Paul Journey's side. Andy Little back on the score sheet. It was a lucky ricochet, but we can go in front.
What an absolute dream start by Wigan there.
Jason DeVos plays it up nicely to Gary Teal, picks him out well. Now Nicky Eden, everything ahead of Eden. Teal makes a run through the centre, as does McCulloch. McCulloch fighting away on the far post. Fantastic save. This is Andy Liddell, pulling deep for possession. Does well to find Gary Teal. Teal now back to Nicky Eden. He clips it forward for Andy Liddell. Liddell puts in first time. Looking there for Roberts, made by McCulloch. Just goes past the post. Still the game's not over as yet. Shot comes in towards goal. It's in the back of the net. Well, just as we were speaking about Wigan having the 3 points, Blackpool have stunned them with some 6 minutes to go. Fantastic strike from number 10, Scott Taylor.
It's obviously disappointing. Obviously the chances that we're creating, you know, a few games are like that now. If we're not taking our chances, then when it's 1-0, obviously no matter just us, but any game if it's 1-0, there's always a chance where the other team can come back in. And I think obviously over the piece we deserve to win the game today. But and the boy scored a wonder goal when the ball's bouncing. You're saying to yourself, hit it, and the fair play he's hitting. It's a great goal, but obviously it's disappointing. At 1 point when we should have 3. So, but at the end of the day, we didn't get beat. So
it's been a great week on the road for leaders Wigan, who won on Saturday at Adams Park, scoring their first goal after the ball came off Wycombe defender Andy Thompson, although Lee McCulloch's claiming it. For Wycombe, who also conceded a penalty, striker Johnny Dixon returned to action in the reserves after 7 weeks out with a knee injury and could be in the squad for the game of Blackpool. Teammates Martin Taylor and Andy Rammell are set to return to training next week after their injuries. Begin our midweek action with second place Crewe and leaders Wigan kicking off the biggest game in the second division so far this season. But things started to go wrong for Crewe after just 12 seconds. A high tackle by Effie Sodja meant the end of the night for Wigan's Lee McCulloch, who would be substituted a few minutes later, and the beginning of the end for Sodja. After only 18 minutes of this table topper, Sodja made contact with McCulloch's replacement Neil Roberts inside the penalty area, and the Nigerian would receive a coloured card to match his shirt and bandana. Crewe's hopes of reducing the 9-point gap behind Wigan to 6 were fast receding. By the end of the evening, Wigan, who entertained Chesterfield on Saturday, would be a dozen clear. Roberts, who'd recovered from his injury, found Nathan Ellington, and he flicked in his 19th of the season.
Bullard picks up the piece in midfield. Now Gary Teal, first time to stretch the legs. May look to go in field himself. Slips it through, looking for Roberts. Roberts onside. Good save, Williams. It was certainly my man of the match up at Crystal Road on Tuesday night. He's looking to put in a similar performance here against Chesterfield. Here he is once more, Jimmy Bullard. 2 players on his back. Feeds it out nicely to Gary Teal. Teal now one-on-one with the fullback. Cuts inside. Still Gary Teal trying to break into the box. And still he goes for goal. Oh, what a strike from Gary Teal! That's a fantastic goal. Gary Teal on the score sheet. 24 minutes gone. And Wigan in front. DeVos forward to Roberts. Roberts. Snipers in the back. Little looking down the line for Ellington. Payne has to make a decision. Ellington's dispossessed him. In fact, Ellington has won it and he's into the box. Nathan Ellington, can he finish himself? Lays off here to Jimmy Bullard. Must score. Fantastic save. Falls into Dinning. And it's in. It's scrambled in. It's Tony Dinning. Wigan get their second goal. That's all down to the persistence of Nathan Ellington.
Very much so, yeah. Superb bit of play. A little bit scrappy towards the end in the goal-mouth area.
DeVos read the situation well. Now Edwards. Bullard got a toe in. Mayfield here to Celeb forward. He gets a shot in, well blocked. Mayfield here to Reeves. And then Howard goes down under a challenge and he's given the penalty. Nicky Eden with the challenge on John Howard. Not too certain how much contact was made by the Wigan player, but there's not too much protest. Reeves steps up and calmly side puts it into the back of the net. David Reeves on the score sheet for Chesterfield, and that's just the ray of light they needed. Now Steve McMillan, his cross into the box. It's played a bit behind the attacking players. Little will look to retrieve it. Gets the ball in, it may fall here to Neil Roberts, trying to keep the pressure on. Edged away by Payne. Roberts, nuts in the back. The referee awards the penalty. Once more on the slightest of contact. And the referee awards the second penalty of the match. 100 in all his career, it's Little, steps up. No problem for Andy Little. 15 goals for the season. Wigan have that 2-goal cushion again.
Very confident penalty there, very assured. He knew exactly where that was going, he had no doubts about it.
Yeah, it's important when you know, teams come here and defend a little bit more than what they normally would do. But it's up to us to break them down. And you know, like I say, we scored early today, and obviously that opens the game a little bit. So you know, we're pleased to get the 3 goals on the scoreboard.
Good evening, we welcome you once more to the JDB Stadium for this eagerly anticipated Northwest derby between Wigan Athletic and Tranmere Rovers. Tranmere supporters looking to up the tempo, encouraged by their side's impressive start to the match. Sharp's deep ball into the box. Price will challenge with John Filan. John Filan, well, he just got caught by Jason Price. The referee wants a quick word with the Tranmere man about the incident. There certainly didn't seem too much in it. John Filan just seemed to extend himself and gather the ball, and as he landed on the ground, his momentum forced him to just lose it. The referee obviously felt there was more in the challenge, and it's just a ticking off for the Tranmere number 7, Jason Price. One or two of the Tranmere supporters, or rather the players, sorry, didn't agree with the referee, but Athletics will get the free kick. Now it's some 30 yards out from goal, and John Achterberg is pulling all the yellow shirts behind this set piece. And Andy Little may fancy a crack from this distance. Jimmy Bullard and also Tony Dinninger there over the set piece. I said all the Tranmere players are behind the ball. There's a 5-man wall facing Andy Little, and it's certainly Little who looks favoured. He goes for goal himself. Good effort! Off the crossbar! Eden trying to keep the pressure on. Appeals handball, may break it to Roberts! And it just goes over the bar. But Andy Little, how unlucky can you be? He hits a glorious 30-yarder with John Achterberg beating all ends up. And he sees it come ricocheting off the crossbar. And Tranmere eventually scramble it clear. Howarth no support at the moment. Looks for Ian Hume on this near side. Hume is well found. Hume trying to break into the box himself. Good challenge by Jason DeVos. Shot comes in from distance. Well, it's well over the bar by Tyrone Loran, but a good spell of pressure from both sides. The Latics with 2 or 3 good incidents. Firstly, it was the header by Nathan Ellington, and the good approach work by Gary Teal, all ending with the shot from Tony Dinning. I rather fear that Jason Price can't continue. So the number 20, Ryan Taylor, who missed last Saturday's game at Brentford through suspension, is back into the first team action this evening rather. Ellington's still off the field of play, so the corner's going to have to be taken. Now as Jason Price, one of the players, the Tranmere players rather, substituted, hobbles off to this near side. Bullard to take the corner. In looking for DeVos. DeVos gets his head to it. May fall here to Ellington. May fall here to Little. Has it got over the line? Well, Achterberg has somehow saved it. Well, high drama in the heart of the Tranmere Rovers defence. Somehow John Achterberg has kept his side in the match with a fantastic save right at the feet of Andy Little. How did he keep it out?
Having lost 6-1 at Plymouth in midweek, Peterborough faced runaway leaders Wigan, and when Leon McKenzie put them ahead, it looked as though they could send the leaders to just a second defeat in 30 matches. Plymouth's tally of 6 included 2 own goals. Another one here from Mark Arbour as Nicky Eden's cross looped in. Peterborough 1, Wigan 1.
There's Little in possession for Wigan. That was by 2 defenders, but he's brought it away. Ellington, Little continues to run through the centre. Ellington, infield, Little! Good save from the keeper, but the linesman's flag was up. wouldn't have counted anyway. Goalless first half beats us at the JJB. 5 minutes into the second half. High ball into the area. Howard challenges and Howard scores! Luton take the lead. Great header by the informed striker Steve Howard. Out-jumped the Wigan Athletic defence. And this time John Filan couldn't keep them out. And the Hatters go in front. With the free kick, DeVos round the back. Neil Roberts inside the area. Neil Roberts comes off the bench and heads home the equaliser for the Latics. It may only be his 5th of the season, but how important would that goal prove to be in the promotion push? DeVos on the far post, winning the header. Neil Roberts, the first to react inside the 6-yard box and makes it 1 apiece.
You would expect them to bring a few really. Not an hour away, Wigan. And to be fair, they've got a pretty good record against Stockport. The first 8 league encounters between these two sides all went the way of Wigan.
Allinson's away now. Clare's with him. Oh, and Clare's been beaten as well. In comes a cross. And eventually it's off the line. I was just about to say he's going to be struck home by Roberts. It was almost a lazy shot. Eden's gone for the overlap, he'll get the cross in. Ellington, brilliant save!
First thing that Wigan have done second half. Pressure still on.
Yeah, corner comes in. And it's gone in, DeVos.
County pay the price, they can't defend set pieces. Another example. And despite all the hard work and all the effort, Wigan Athletic take the lead.
Lescott with the header. Beckett can't get in there. Ellington's onside now. Now you've got a problem. Ellington has messed it up.
What an escape. There's one man in your picture you wouldn't expect to score in that situation.
Up towards Beckett. Gets the header. Lambert wins it. Can he get the cross in? It's a good one. Daly's in the back post. It's gone in! It's Andy Wells! It's Andy Wells has scored! Daly hits it back. Wells puts it in. It's 1-1.
Well, he's not the one you would expect to be scoring. For Stockport County, and deservedly so, are back on level terms. Great header from Daly. Andy Wells, what a piece.
Chandler should get that. Oh, it's in a bar. Nicky Eden.
What a great effort. All alone in the penalty area. And the shot that scrapes the top of the bar. Not the first time that's happened tonight.